We got somebody in here. What's going on? They got the water super high today, and I'm seeing some fish jump, so maybe we'll catch something. Lure. Huh. What's going on? Appreciate you stopping in. Oh, a little guy. That's funny. Whoever you are, you popped in just in time to see a little dink grab the lure. Caught a million of these things. It's a little spotted bass. Not what I was going for. Hilarious though. He actually hit that on a fast retrieve too. That's funny. Super fast retrieve. Trying to catch big white bass or big skipjack. And the spotted bass are just tearing up the lure. Be nice if it was decent spotted bass, but it's little baby finger size ones, you know. They're hungry though. I mean, at least that's a fish. May not be the best fight in the world, but I didn't get skunked at least. Although I could use one about 3-4 pounds. That'd be really good. I got a saltwater jig that I could use also that I'm pretty sure I could get more bites on. And I may swap to that here in a minute. They got the water super high today. It's not as high as it's, you know, it can get, but it's high enough. But at least with the water like this, the fish are running. Jig real quick. It's the only bad thing about running these swivels like this. right, sweet. Stuff tends to get hung up in this current like this. There's a lot of back eddies right here if you're not familiar with this area. And I'll show y'all here in a second. Ooh, that was something big right there. Come on. I'll show y'all what we're fishing in right now. So they're hitting in this like back eddy right here. And I'm seeing other fish come up. I wonder if it's stripes. I may have to throw like a paddle tail or a fluke or something, just give it a try and see. I did bring the drop net, so if we do catch something big, we can actually land it. Because, you know, we're about 15 foot off the water. It's almost like fishing a pier. Might try the fluke real quick and just see if one of them stripes or hybrids grab it. That'd be pretty awesome. Yeah, see, I'm seeing that has got to be stripes. That has to be. That's too big of a fish to not be a stripe. Make sure my drag's good. Well, it'd be nice if we got a stripe or a hybrid right now. That'd be pretty awesome. Come on. This spot's actually really shallow right here too, so even though the water is up, it's still probably only about maybe 5 or 6 foot deep. Yep, see, I see there's something chasing shad in front of me. It's a matter of getting them to hit this fluke. Throw it up that way, see what happens. Appreciate y'all coming in. Please give the stream a like if you don't mind. Come on, buddy. They're probably chasing small shad too. I mean, it's not super big. It's a 5-inch fluke. We may have to go down to a really small bait. Might go to a paddle tail also. If they don't want the fluke, they might be hitting closer to the bottom. We'll swap to a paddle tail. I do think I'm gonna put a catfish bait out too. Yo, what's up? Appreciate you coming in. I'm gonna put a catfish bait out real fast too, just in case there's some catfish running right now. What's left of my skipjack that I caught yesterday. Hey, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it, y'all. If you're new here and everything, please subscribe to the channel and give this live stream a like. We're gonna put some catfish bait out. I still got some left over from yesterday, and I'm gonna continue throwing for these bass and stuff. Hopefully we can get a stripe or a hybrid. Show y'all what I'm working with for catfish stuff. So we're just going to put a piece of skipjack out, one of my little bank rigs, just see if we can't get a catfish. Although the gar are going crazy right now, so chances are we'll probably end up losing our bait to a gar. But that's just something you have to deal with out here. All right, we got a catfish bait out now. I'll see how that does. Ooh, that's some big fish jumping. I may have to go to the little secret bait that I catch a bunch of fish on. Yeah, I see them. I see stripes jumping, so they're here. See them swap. I think we'll swap it to this pole real quick. We're gonna swap to my secret bait. For a beginner, what you talking about for like catfish and stuff? Don't go buy anything super expensive right off the bat. You want to get some stuff. I mean, I would even recommend some brands from like Walmart to start off until you figure out what you're doing, and then move up to a more expensive brand, something that'll last a lot longer. But if you're catfishing, I would do medium heavy to a heavy action rod. 20 to 30 pound line just to start off with.
Alright, not doing that fine.
What's going on, bud? Put that secret bait on real quick. So I found out a saltwater lure works incredibly well out here. Like it's almost stupid how good this thing works. We're fishing in a river, but this little squid lure. What's up, wannabe? What's going on, bud? This little squid lure tears them up out here. It's so funny. I found out by accident out here that these stripes and stuff love this little squid lure on the river. I mean, I understand why. It looks like a shad, but still, you just never would have thought of using a squid out here. Get off my ant. So let's see if they want it today. I had a blast with it earlier this year. Everything was hitting it. But the hooks are so small, you got to fish it with a light drag. They're very thin hooks. They're not meant for power fishing. What's the temperature? It's super hot. Supposed to get upwards of like 110 today. I see stripes out there hitting. It's just getting them to come closer. Maybe the skipjack are hitting too. That'd be nice. Let's go out further and see what happens. They definitely fish jumping everywhere. It's just getting them to hit the lure. Just fast wind this to see what happens. Whew. Man, what in the world is jumping out there? Hey, Mander. There's a ton of fish jumping. It's just getting them to hit. They're fish jumping everywhere. What's that? On the cart? Yeah, yeah.
I brought it just in case we go to the circle set. You know, these things get heavy.
Yeah. I'm not going to wear it anymore. That game warden said you don't have to have it down there.
Oh, really?
Yep. Don't have to have a life vest on as long as you're not touching the water, is what they said.
I always touch the water, though.
Yeah, well, right. I don't usually. I don't know what it is. I think it's skipjack, and I see some stripes. They're jumping everywhere. It's just, I haven't gotten a hit yet. Well, I'll take that back. I had a couple, but, you know, they felt smaller, you know. I did catch one little itty bitty spotted bass. Yeah. Yeah, same size as yesterday. What up, Zach? What's going on, bud? Yeah, we're trying. I'm trying that squid jig again, the one that I caught all those stripes on this year. Let's see if we can't pick up some white bass or skipjack. I really don't care what we catch today, as long as we're just having some fun. If I really wanted to catch some fish, I'd be out in the kayak, but I told Amanda I would fish over here with her today, and plus it's stupid hot. It is stupid hot. There we go. See if something hits it out there in the current. We may be putting a heavy paddle tail on so we can get way out there, because I still see fish jumping. They're out near the rocks. Try it close real quick. Yeah, we're trying to hug the shade as best as we can today, because it's going to be stupid hot. I already got sunburned yesterday fishing in the shade, which is funny. Uh-oh, we getting a bite up there? I may be putting a paddle tail on so I can actually hit further out and keep it lower in the water column. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to swap to a heavier lure. I think I'm just going to put a jig head and a paddle tail on. I've done so good this year on the paddle tails. I've done good on the flukes, the paddle tails, and the small squid jig. I love that little jig. We'll snip right there. It feels like that leader's wore out a little bit. Curious to see what that is jumping out there now. I thought it was stripes and hybrids, but it might be big white bass. There we go. Put that puppy on real quick. See how that does. I've got chicken up here if you want to use it for bait too now. Oh no. Won't be surprised we don't get a big spotted bass too. I appreciate y'all coming in and watching. If you're new here, please give me a subscribe and hit a like on that live stream for me. Helps me out a lot. See that? Okay, that was definitely a skipjack jumping that time. He came full out of the water. It looks like the skipjack are running, but they're in like the fast water. we don't do good here, we're probably going to move around. We might move up a little bit, but we're definitely going to move down behind the stairs at some point too. Surprised the catfish haven't grabbed this jig. Been catching a lot of catfish on lures out here the last couple of months. We'll keep letting it drift back. I'm gonna let it bump.
Have a good morning fishing.
They being slow today. Normally when the water is running this hard, they're biting pretty good. Bad thing is I see them jumping everywhere, but I don't know, maybe I'm just not using what they want. It looked like they're chasing 3 to 4 inch shad, so this should be right. I mean, this is the right size lure. It's worked good for me all year. On the hooch. Yo, what up, Joe? Going on, man? Hey, Joe, pole is my pole. Okay, I seen you that time. Let's see if we can get over there. Well, if they don't want the soft plastics, we might swap to a hard bait and see how they do. I actually brought plenty of lures to throw today, so definitely skipjack. I can see them. I'm gonna snip that off. I'm gonna put a hard bait on and just see. Let's see, what do we got? I haven't done topwater all year, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and try a little bit. I know once we move down further, I'll have a better shot using the jig behind the stairs, but for right now, they're popping everywhere, but I can't see what they're hitting. I did see something chase a shad, so I know they're going for those at least, but they didn't touch that paddle tail, which is weird. Umbrella rigs I made. Oh yeah. I lost all those, man. They're all gone at this point. Hung up and stuff. Let's see. Let's see. All right, let's try. We haven't done topwater yet this year. Not for the stripes and the skipjack anyway. What the heck? Let's go for it. I know I can throw this thing a long ways. Looks like we got the kayakers coming down. Definitely get that topwater a lot further out there. Get one more cast in before the kayakers start drifting in the way. Y'all want to see what our area is known for? They have a whitewater thing that everybody comes down. You can see they come down the rapids up there. And the city puts on a thing. They all get out on them floats and go down those really high rapids. There was a good throw. Way better. Very surprised ain't nothing hit the catfish bait yet. We got good bait on there too. That's the crazy part. There we go. Might have to end up getting closer to the rapids. Well, it's good to see everybody in here this morning. I appreciate y'all coming in. If you're new, subscribe to the channel if you like fishing. I'm going to start doing a lot more of these on here instead of my TikTok. My TikTok is being kind of weird right now. So we'll move a lot of my live streams over here. And make sure you give the live stream a like. It helps me out a lot. Go back to that squid for a minute. We'll keep the top water on for a while though, just in case. See if we can't get the old squid eaten. Nope, game warden said you don't need one to stand on the stairs as long as you're not touching the water, so I'll bring it with me from now on, but I won't be wearing it. Because unless I'm getting in the water, them things burn me up. Where all your little white bass go? I said, where all your little white bass go? You want? That's where we're going to move up that direction? Is that the direction we're going to move?
Y'all catching anything?
Not at the moment. I had one little one earlier. They're being finicky because there's heat. Even though the river's up pretty good, they're just being slow.
Right. Yeah, they've been keeping the water up nicely. Probably worse for fishing though. If it's
Nah, it makes it better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It gets better.
Over the corner.
That's why this is so surprising. Normally we'd already have like 20 fish or so, you know.
Wow. It is just so beautiful. It never gets old.
Oh yeah. Normally I'd be out in the kayak. I told my friend I'd fish from the bank with her today, but it's a whole nother ball game out there in the kayak.
Who?
Oh, Canadian
Geese.
geese.
Geese, yeah.
I
We live right here at the rapids, and I've been just moved recently, and I've been working on figuring out where to come and what to fish with.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right now it's mostly bass and like blue cats if you put cut bait on the bottom. But if you get out here during the springtime, it's you can catch striped bass, the hybrids, and the flathead catfish.
I'm not much into the just throw it out and sit and wait to fish. I mean, I like doing what you're doing.
Well, that's why I have one on bottom and I'm working one.
Yeah. Keep an eye on the other one and work that one. I get too bored if all I'm doing is just sitting still bottom fishing.
Well, during the springtime, you don't get to sit there and be bored. Your pole's
Too
usually
quick.
hooked up.
Well, now that's
I'm
different.
looking
That
forward
is
to that.
different.
That'll be great.
You just find where the shad are at, throw a net on them, put
Yeah.
a live shad out there, and we just everything: catfish, bass, gar,
Cool.
you name it.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Y'all have a great day.
Thank you
for the
too.
info.
Try to fish this thing deep. It's hard to get it through the current. If you let it sink too fast, it'll get hung up right here because the water's pushing so hard. Oh, there's a hit. Come on. Where were you? At least it's a nice day to be out here fishing. As long as you stay in that shade, it ain't too bad. Although yesterday I got sunburned bad on the top of my head in the shade. I guess what little bit of sunlight was coming through got me. Our little thing said it got 115 here yesterday. I think next week we'll do a couple of my lives. If it's not raining really bad, we'll do it from the kayak. We'll have a much better shot at some big fish. We got 7 folks in here. I appreciate y'all coming in and watching, hanging out. Hopefully I'll show y'all good fish here in a minute. If not, we'll move. I'm not sure if we're gonna move upstream or downstream, but we got several different areas that we fish that have pretty good little spots you can hit different kind of fish from. So normally this is like a white bass spot because it kind of comes up shallow. It makes kind of like a flat, shallow bed right here. But if we move up that way, it'll be white bass, but mostly hybrid, and got a better possibility of a catfish.
Good morning.
I think we're gonna do this too. I'm gonna hook y'all up to my chest so y'all can see what I see. I think we're gonna walk and cast for a second. I see him jumping in a couple spots. I want to throw over there and hit him, but I don't want to tote my little stand. So I'm gonna take y'all with me. Boop. Oh, nope. Stay that way. All right, I'm gonna take y'all with me. We're gonna do some casting real quick. I'll just keep an eye on my catfish pole. That's right. You're gonna touch them and you're gonna like it. I'm gonna walk down here. I seen they kept rolling in this one spot. It's just out of my range, so we're gonna walk down here and try casting a little bit. Hopefully nothing steals my rod out of the cart. I have had a big catfish flip it before, so you know, we're taking a chance, but that's fine. Come down here to this bend and try. Y'all get kind of an idea of how the water and the current does over here too once we get here. Here we go. Put a foot through so it'll hold me. Get y'all an idea what's going on. A lot of current right here. That could be a good thing too, though. I know this current, those skipjack, really love it. We're gonna jig straight up and down right here too, see if we can't get a bass of some kind real quick. They like to be by this wall. We may have to get behind the rocks. See, there we go. Point y'all more towards the water. Oh, she got a fish? No, she lost it. Dang. Guess they just don't want to eat today right here. kind of a pain in the butt. I see them jumping everywhere. Guess they just don't want the squid today. Or at least they don't want it right here. Like I said, this is kind of a weird spot. The water comes through super fast and it makes like a really shallow shelf right here. And they're either on fire or they're not here. So we'll go back over there to our catfish rod. I'm thinking about reeling it up, and I might throw it really far out there. I'm gonna try to see if I can't get it behind the rocks, because I know them catfish usually hide behind them pretty good. So we'll give it a try for a little while, and then we might end up having to move. Which is not a big deal. One thing about fishing out here is you have to move around a good bit. It definitely ain't like it was in the springtime. The shad are gone. There's only one or two that pop up here and there. It ain't like what it was when they were out here by the thousands. Boy, I wish they would show up like that again. We'd have a crap ton of fish. Boop. Put y'all back in the stand, and I'm gonna recast that catfish pole. See if we can't get that puppy way, way out there. Be a good time to check to see if there's any bait on here anyway. Yeah, I still got bait. I still got plenty of bait. They just ain't touching it. That's a good throw. All right, we're gonna let it do its thing and get positioned. We'll let it roll. It's going to roll a little bit, but that's no big deal. Once it comes to a stop, it should be in a decent little catfish zone. Oop, oop, I see fish jumping right here. What are they hitting? Come on, what are you? Seriously? Is that like a school of shad or something that just came up? Like they did not touch this. Man, they're starting to make me wonder. Big time. Like y'all can't see it because we're up here, but a school of something just come up, busting the top, and it looked like bass messing with a little school of shad, because there are still a few around. But they did not even look at this jig. That's the part that drives me crazy. Yeah, they're out there behind the rocks. I just had a school of something come up right here, but it wouldn't touch the jig. I don't know. I don't know what they were. It's probably a little bass, honestly. There's so many teeny tiny spotted bass out here right now. It's ridiculous. Nothing on your jig? Yeah. Oh. Come off. Hit the little squid. Felt good too. I can't believe it. Yeah, no. Good fish too. Dang. Dang it. Oh, sad day. Had to do some finagling. Got a catfish. Come on, little guy. I think he's small. He's just flipping in the current. Yeah, he's just a little guy. Well, a little bigger than I thought he was. Told y'all once I got it out there into that channel, they would grab it. Little guy. What's up from the UK? What's going on, bud? Just finally got me a nice little catfish here. We're gonna let him go. So it seems like everything is out there in the main channel. Normally we get bites here along the edge, and that's where I've been fishing, but it ain't been doing it, so. Yeah, you fire ants. Y'all see I had to hold that rod between my legs to get to it? Had to reel that other one up. I had just made that cast. We're almost out of the skipjack for bait. That's the only bad thing. We got chicken breast in there, which they will hit that too, but they'll hit this skipjack a lot faster. There we go. Show leader's good. Yeah, for y'all wondering, we're just doing the old three-way. Got the breakaway, got some floats, circle hook and big, you know, well, this time it's small chunk of meat. Let me zing it back out there. They're hitting way, way out in the main channel. There we go. Good enough. They look and feel a lot bigger than what they are because that current's pulling so hard. Well, we got another one out there, so. How funny is it though, we got a big hit on that squid jig and then right after the catfish hit. It's like two good fish back to back. That squid seems to do better letting it sink to the bottom, and the fish might all be near the bottom today. They might just be hugging this channel. See there? Fish busting in front of me again. I don't know what that is. I wonder if it's gizzard shad running from something. They might be running from a stripe. Let it sink down and see what happens. I knew we'd get a catfish though. If I had more skipjack, it wouldn't be an issue. We'd be catching a lot of them, but them skipjack are being finicky today. They're all out there in that middle channel behind the rocks. I'm gonna remember that for next week. Next week we'll do a couple of lives. I'll make sure to hit behind these rocks as long as the current's high. Hopefully they keep the current up. having to use a 5-ounce. And you can see it still rolls. It's not going to stop it from moving. From this area, even with an 8 or a 10-ounce, it just rolls. It won't quit. If it stops, it's because it rolled down into a divot or it got hung up. Even the so-called no rolls, it'll just slide them across the bottom until they get hung up. If this water stays up like this, I'm gonna remember next week. I'm gonna go straight across to the middle behind them rocks. Them fish have just been jumping this whole time. Yeah, kind of in front of the cow, yeah. There's a big old fish. Yeah, technically we're in front of the cow. Just a little off to the side of it. Well, I'm not doing super great today. We caught what? A little bass, a catfish, and I hooked something big on this squid jig and it come off. Normally I do a lot better right here. I think the heat's messing with them even with this water running. It's just hot. That water temperature's in the high 80s last week.
Did you get anything?
Yeah, we just caught a catfish.
What? Say congrats.
Congrats.
Thank you. To be honest with you, I'm surprised the gar haven't hit that cut bait. They've been thick out here. I've been catching them on the fly rod. Nothing? think we're going to get ready to move to a different spot. Yeah, catching them on that fly rod was fun. That was a heck of a fight. Until I broke my fly rod on the truck. I got to get a new fly rod now for next year. I think I'm going to end this live right here. Well, you ever go down to the crazy water down a little bit further on the steps? Yeah, I catch a lot of fish down there. That's probably where we're headed to next. What I'm going to do is I'm going to end this live, get us all moved down there, packed up and everything, and then I'll probably do another live. So we just got to figure out which direction we're going first. What's up, old scales and tails? Yeah, you got to get down here. It's a slow time of year now. If you want to catch more catfish, you need to be out in a boat out towards the middle. Around the bank, it's a lot harder now. A lot harder. We did get that one just now. Hopefully we'll get another one before we have to move. That's why you don't get so many of them right here, is because this area is kind of like a flats area. Out there around the rocks, everything out that direction, we'd probably have 20 catfish right now. They're just so thick in and around them rocks. But you got to get out there in the kayak, and it's just a little bit, today wasn't going to be a great day. Not only is the water high, which is fine, but it's over 110 and we've got wind. I'd have to beat myself up pretty bad. What did he yell at me? I have no idea what that dude said. I had a dude get mad at me one day because I was doing a live down here. Got 8 folks in here. Make sure y'all tap that. I'm not sure how it works on here anymore, but give this thing a like and subscribe to the channel. Help me out. I'm probably going to stop doing as many lives on my TikTok. It just, ever since we had a couple of people go live here, it just has changed. I don't know what's different, but I'm not getting hardly any views now. I don't think anybody is in this area. I wonder if we got like a, I think I'm shadow banned. Because that one day I was fishing on the rock and it said I got a warning telling me that I was doing something inappropriate for children. I was just fishing on a rock. Like, I don't understand what the heck was going on. But it seems like my channel has not been getting the views like it used to after that. So if that's how they want to be, I'll move everything over here. I'm fine with that. We'll keep just posting the videos or whatever on my TikTok, and I won't do live streams anymore. Ain't you supposed to be working, Joe? I wasn't cutting bait on the live stream. There were no children. It was just me out there in the river on a rock fishing. That's it. There was nobody else in the video. Maybe because it was whitewater? I don't know. Shut up, dang. I'm going to say it loud to get you in trouble. Well, if I get you fired, that just means you can be my chauffeur around all these fishing shows. I'll pay you in magic cards and Slim Jims. Bet your boss can't top that. That's real pay. Right? Yeah, he said Slim Jims. Wow, that pole's been sitting there for a minute without a bite. You gonna come out here this evening? Yeah, good luck. I hope you get into them. It should be better once it gets closer to dark. Nope. Let me try jigging that squid a little bit more just to see. I almost guarantee you, we move down to one of these other spots that's more known for catching stuff on the jigs, I'll get some on this squid jig, like seriously. Right here is just a weird area. But over there by the stairs on either side, this will get tore up. Yeah, I think we're gonna move, or at least I'm gonna move. I'll start this. Y'all want to come back? Cool. I'm gonna start this live stream up once we get moved to the other area. So, and hopefully we'll get into some more fish. This, like I said, it's really good here when it's good. When it's not, it's just dead. So, and that's what's going on right now. Everything is out towards the middle, towards the rocks. They're all behind structure. They're not up on this flat shelf area. So I'll see y'all here in just a few minutes.